Mga kababayan, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Madayo og maayong adlaw kaninyong tanan. Magandang araw sa inyong lahat. The officials of the Office of the Vice President, as well as each and every one of our satellite office leads, were in receipt of a letter from the Chairman of the Committee on Good Governance and Public Accountability, September 13, 2024, requesting our presence or that of our duly authorized representatives in today's initial deliberation with preliminary determination on privilege speech number 379. In view of the said letter, I am appearing before you today not only as the head of the office, but more importantly, as the duly authorized representative of all officials of the OVP, simply because we have not done anything wrong. There is no misuse of funds. If there are urgent findings, we shall gladly respond to them before the Commission on Audit. And if there are legitimate cases to be filled, then we shall gladly respond to them before the appropriate courts. In relation to this, may I just say that I take notice of the opening speeches and nasabi doon, there is a determination of misfeasance, non-feasance, and malfeasance, and those are cases that shall be properly taken in the courts of law. What we are witnessing now is no ordinary legislative inquiry. This exercise is a well-funded and coordinated political attack. This much is evident from the very words of the privileged speech that prompted this inquiry, a speech that simply meant to say, do not vote for Sana in 2022. It is clear to me that this inquiry is not about misuse funds, accountability, or governance. Instead, it is solely aimed at discrediting my name and my office of prevent future political contempt. I have publicly stated my reason as to why I have chosen not to defend the OVP's budget proposal for 2025. I have narrated the issues I encountered in previous years, which can easily be confirmed by looking at the NEP, the GAB, and the GAF for fiscal years 2023-2024. Further, I have even shared the drama that transferred last year regarding the confidential funds. Hence, just as we have done last year, we again leave the 2025 OVP budget to the pleasure of Congressman Romualdez. I am not asking for any special treatment, nor am I asking you to uphold any tradition. There is no disrespect. All I am saying is that you have to complete freedom to do whatever you wish to the OVP budget. If you feel that all the documentary submission are not enough, then by all means, huwag kayo magbigay ng budget. Sa totoo lang, hindi naman ang budget ang punteriya ninyo dahil napakadali naman magtanggal ng budget. What you are trying to do is make a case for impeachment. Hindi naman ako kakandidato sa nalalapit na eleksyon. Hindi ako namumulitika. Ang ginagawa ko lamang ay ang pagtupad sa aking oath of office at campaign platforms na trabaho, edukasyon at mapayapang pamumuhay. Sinabi ko na noon at ilang beses ko nang inulit na hindi ako ang problema ng bayan na ito. Ang totoong problema ng bayan ay ang kagutuman, kahirapan, iligal na droga, kriminalidad, terorismo. Hindi na sapat na healthcare, kalidad ng edukasyon, kawalan ng planong infrastruktura para sa disasters at marami pang iba. So you may try to destroy me, you can skin me alive, burn me, and throw my ashes to the wind. But let it be known, you will find me and bow. I will continue to serve the Filipino people, no matter the personal cost or political. Having said that, I will not allow myself to be subjected to an inquiry based on an empty, privileged speech, just so you can attack me and do indirectly what you failed to do directly during the budget hearings. I, therefore, request this committee to terminate his inquiry for its clear lack of any proposed legislation or substantive matter for discussion. Shukran.
Ang talumpati ni Vice President Sara Duterte ay isang malakas na dispensa laban sa patuloy na pagsisiyasat sa budget ng OBP. Matatag niyang itinatanggi ang anumang pagkakamali at binibigyang diin ang kanyang pangako na paglingkuran ang mga Pilipino. Ang kanyang mga salita ay direkta, walang pagsisisi at binibigyang diin ang mga motibasyon sa politika sa likod ng pagsisiyasat. Bagamat kinikilala niya ang karapatan ng committee na magpatuloy, sa huli ay hinihiling niya ang pagtapos nito dahil sa kakulangan ng layunin sa lehislasyon.